this is Shauna with tipsfromapt.com, and today I want to go over some equipment. This is a rolling walker and this is a quad cane. It's called a quad cane because it has 4 tips on it, as opposed to a single tip cane which just has 1. But today I want to show you the ins and outs of a rolling walker. A rolling walker usually has 2 wheels on the front, but a rollator has 4 wheels and usually a seat. Today I'm just going to go over the rolling walker. To set a rolling walker to its appropriate height for someone, you need to look to the bend of their wrist. The bend of their wrist is actually where the hand grips are supposed to end up when somebody is standing up straight and tall and their arms are out to their side. As you can see, this walker is way too short for me, so I'm going to adjust it. But not only am I going to adjust for the height, I'm also going to adjust for comfort and ease of going through narrow doors. If you look, these wheels are on the outside of the walker. So if you have a narrow doorway in the home, usually going into a bathroom or closet, those outside wheels make it to where the walker won't go through in the front, but it might possibly go through in the back. But if I change the wheels to the inside of the walker, which is very easy, the walker will go through. If the back goes through, the front will go through. So let's do height first. When I'm looking at this walker and I stand up straight and tall, remember, I need the hand grips to the bend of my wrist. Simply done. It has buttons here. All you have to do, press in on that button. I rotate it a little bit so that it doesn't click back in the holes as I'm adjusting it. I'm going to guesstimate to be about right there. I am 2 holes from the top. I'm going to do the same thing on this back side. Now, to adjust the front, I'm going to take these completely off so that I can get the wheels on the inside of the walker. Same concept. All you do is that little button there, you push it in, rotate it, pop that sucker right off. Do the same thing on the other side. Press the button, rotate it, pop that sucker right off. Now just switch them up. Okay, so now the wheels are going to be on the inside. I just have to make sure that I set it to the same height as the other side, which is about right there, 2 holes from the top. It might lean back just because the diameter of the wheel, we can adjust that if we need to. Put the other wheel on just as well. Making sure to go to the exact same height. If I can find my little toggle button. And sometimes these walkers are old, so it takes a little bit of finagling to get it in there. But I got it. Okay. Looky there. We now have wheels on the inside of the walker. You can see if you look at it from the side how it kind of tilts down. That's what I was telling you about as far as the diameter of the wheels. So to correct that, just take this one up in the back 1. Now let's see if it's adjusted to my height. I'm standing here. It could go up 1 more time. And on this walker, that's about as far as it's going to go up anyways. Because these back toggles, I only have 1 left. There we go. Standing up, it is now at the bend of my wrist. So I'm ready to go. The reason you do it at the bend of the wrist is you want a little bit of bend in the elbow. If you have to take some weight off of your legs, if you have a little bend in the elbow, you can actually do that, okay? If your arms are straight, there's no way you can take weight off a hurt leg or a leg that's had surgery. If your arms are too bent, you can't push up near as effectively to take the weight off your leg. So it is important just to make sure that the grips, when they put your hand up there, it puts a little bend in the elbow and they're ready to go. Now, let's go over a quad cane. Same concept. The same concept is wherever the hand grip is when they're standing up straight and tall, it's at the bend of the wrist. Quad canes have 4 tips, but if you look at the tips, you can notice that one side is straight, the other side, the legs angle out. You need to make sure that the side that has the tips that are straight in alignment is actually on the side where your feet are. Otherwise, you're going to get tangled up and trip over the feet that are sticking out. This quad cane is technically set to be on my left side. But quad canes can be adjusted to go to the right side as well. So let's say that I have a problem with my left leg. I need the quad cane on the right side, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Same concept. Push the button in, rotate it around. You heard it click. It is now properly set up for me to walk with my right hand and the quad cane. So to walk with the quad cane, I always tell my patients the quad cane needs to be an extension of your hurt leg. So if the hurt leg goes forward, the quad cane goes forward at the same time. So it looks like this. And I make them step through with the other foot. A lot of therapists work on that as well. Okay, so we know that the quad cane goes and mirrors the exact opposite or the exact leg of the hurt leg. But there's nothing wrong with putting the cane forward, left foot, right foot. Cane, left foot, right foot. That's perfectly fine because the cane is still with my hurt leg, the left leg. But you might ask, why not have it in the other hand? I'll show you. Let's pretend that my hurt leg is now my right leg, okay? So if I have the cane on the same side as my hurt leg, where do I put my weight when this leg is going forward? Okay, so we put cane, and remember, this is my hurt leg. When I put my hurt leg forward and this one, my unhurt leg, has to go forward, I'm shifting my weight towards my hurt leg to take a step. That's why you put it in the opposite. Okay, I know it's set up wrong and I could potentially trip over these legs, but still, here we go. This is my hurt leg. When I put the cane forward, I take my hurt leg forward. Now I'm shifting my weight away from my hurt leg so that the unhurt leg, the unaffected leg, can go forward. Always put the cane, whether it has 4 tips, like a quad cane, 3 tips, like a tri-tip, or even a single tip, in the opposite hand that is the leg that's hurt. Because you don't want to be caught up, when this is going here, you don't want to be shifting your weight towards the hurt leg. You want to be shifting the weight away from the hurt leg. That is how you adjust quad canes as well as walkers for height, adjust the wheels to the inside of the walker, and sequence on how to walk with a quad cane or even a single tip cane. If you have any questions or if you need to leave a comment, please do so. I'm here to make this easier. Thank you again. This is Shauna with tipsfromapt.com.